It's Don't Feed the Algo at 318, and I finished my first gun, and it's not the best looking or anything. I made it to test if it was possible, because I saw I took on 1942 and I was a bit skeptical that it would work. But yeah, once these parts dry, they're solid. They're solid. And it would be equivalent to like a bit heavier wooden thing, like a wooden thing coated in super glue, because I coated trigger and the hammer in super glue, and I might coat the barrel and this in it, but I don't know yet. But so it's pretty much a single action. You bring it back, pull the trigger. Pretty much simple as it comes. You pull back, fire, pull it back, lift up the barrel, pull up the shell, put in a new one, close it back up, pull the trigger again, and so it's a break barrel, single barrel break barrel. It fires airsoft BB, but I haven't tested any of those. I tested one blank out of. I tested a blank out of there, and I tested 2 blanks, but one of my blanks was pretty much broken. It suppressed it so much because I didn't make it right. What I did was I basically loaded it, and I just stuffed toilet paper down. I just shoved it down. The other one, I had a cone and a paper that came up, and then I took the X-Acto knife, and I took the back of it, and I crimped it in like a shotgun, like a real one would be made. But the problem, both of them didn't work, but the one that crimped in was a lot more powerful. So they're a lot louder, I guess. What happened with the toilet paper one was I fired it, and the toilet paper shot forward, but it stopped when it got to the barrel, because the barrel was a much smaller diameter than the casing. I just pulled this casing out and show you. And the casing fits snugly on the barrel, so it didn't really work. And it just muffled it so much that it just went, and you couldn't really tell it went off. You saw smoke, and you felt the heat, but that was about it. And the crimped one, what happened was I fired it, and the path of, because I crimped it when it was still wet. I think I need to crimp it when it's dry, and barely crimp it, because, sorry about that, I just pulled the X-Acto knife out of the wood, because it made it very hard to open it back up, since I did it when it was dry, so I think it glued itself shut. And when it hit the primer, it didn't puncture. What happened? It hit, and then all the gases pushed the primer back. But since the hammer was sitting on it, it just cracked open just a little bit and sprayed out. But I had it sitting on the board. I didn't have half of it on there. Make sure you can see it here. And I just pulled the trigger right here, so it just sprayed out like that. It didn't get me or anything, but it worked, I guess. It was a lot louder. But yeah, so I'm gonna load up 2 more rounds. I'm gonna have, I guess, another blank and a loaded round. I don't know if I said that or not. But yeah, so it's my first gun. I have a test fire out tomorrow, and Hope you enjoyed.